I'm about to feed them to the sharks right now. Get them hype right now. Yeah. You know the ground is up. Yeah. Everybody that trains, you know the game. Yeah. So let's get it. Slap it up, bump it, and roll. Hey. Yeah, that's the way that it goes. Ain't no better way to better yourself in this game. You're feeling the growth. That's time on the mat. We put in the work. Believe it ain't easy, I know. But we train for the love of the game, the love of the art. Now slap it up, bump it, let's roll.
Welcome to episode 76 of the BJJ Campaign podcast. My name is Jeff Boone. I'm an A3 blue belt, 3 stripes.
Phil Kors, A2 blue belt, 2 stripes.
Philly, we're amidst the pandemic.
It's crazy. People are here to get your take on what they need to do next.
I'm not here to give that.
So Jeff heard about the coronavirus and he started hoarding all the gis he could find.
Affirmative. Nothing wrong with hoarding gis.
So he's all set.
Yeah. I mean, everybody needs gis.
He's stocked up and bought them all so nobody else can have them.
I did get a sweet new gi from the Academy. That thing's nice.
I saw it. Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, me too. But no, seriously, I don't want to make too light of it, and I don't want to make too heavy of it either, because, you know, if we're just trying to figure this thing out day to day, I don't want to be contributing to the social media on this whole pandemic or whatever it is, but it has affected our training, and I'm sure it's affected many others' training out there. Our academy is shut down for the next 2 weeks, as is Keenan Cornelius, as is Marcelo Garcia's academy. I'm not sure if Henzo Gracie's shut down as well, but you know, it's a serious issue. And, so we're going to talk today about a few things that you can do in light of training.
Yeah. To be clear, I have no idea what's going on. Every time I open it up, it seems like things change every 3 seconds. So I don't know, but I might figure out side shrimping in the living room. I still can't do it. I'm so slow. I'm so slow with that one.
It's a great plan.
So bad.
I choose to say not slow for myself. I just say I'm very deliberate at it.
Okay.
That makes it sound like I'm not the last one down the mat every time.
Always the last one. And I've realized I move backwards a little bit because I'm constantly getting kicked in the head doing it. So I'm moving into people.
That's hilarious because I move forwards a little bit.
Dude, I'm so bad.
Like
yeah.
I'm probably gonna move 2 to 3 feet in the towards my feet whenever I'm doing it.
Yeah, I go the other way. Yeah, I slide up.
Hilarious.
All of a sudden, I like see a foot in the corner of my eye. I'm like, I think I'm gonna got kicked in the head. So I gotta reposition. I'm so bad at that, man.
So that's a good point, Philly. The things that you can work on whenever your academy's not open and you're not training, right? I mean, the solo drills, the side shrimping is a fantastic one to practice. You know, other things are all of the fundamental movements. You know, just doing what we do in warm ups every day, starting off your day, maybe even doing bridging, break falls, shrimping, that sort of thing. I mean, it doesn't take much space to do that. Mm-hmm. And you've got pretty plush carpet in your
great carpet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fantastic.
How long of a run can you go down the hallway all the way down the hallway?
No, I don't
it's
fit.
Too narrow.
It's just the living room.
Yeah, you would kill yourself.
No, the hallway's too skinny. Might do it outside.
Grass stain on the shirt. But yeah, I mean that's one of those things. Whenever it was reading that John Danaher post, was it an Instagram post? Was that what it was? And he says time off does not have to mean time lost.
Yeah.
And he goes on to kind of expand on that and say that he utilized visualization when he was off for a couple months for his hip and knee, and came back and actually made up. He was a white belt and he came back and he submitted a blue belt that he not submitted before with a triangle with a setup that he'd visualized in his head.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty interesting. What would you visualize?
I don't ever do that. Like, I think of the problems that I have, but I don't really usually come up with solutions. I come up more with questions. So, yeah, I think only one time I've realized, like, I think it was something with half guard. I don't even remember what it was. I think I realized that I was, like, staying too tight and people were going over my head and that I needed to block the arm or something.
Here's what mine would be. It's that Gustavo Dantas. You remember whenever we were at Origin?
I didn't go to that.
You didn't?
No. His, like, speech thing he did?
No, his lesson.
Okay.
It was the setup from because you were there. Was your
the flower
partner.
sweep to the triangle?
Okay. Yeah, flower sweep.
He did like a whole mental coach thing. I didn't do that.
I don't think I did either.
Okay. I thought that's where you were going to talk about.
No. The visualization of I like that setup because I like the flower sweep. And then if you just get the wrong arm for the setup, so in other words, instead of taking the post out for the posting hand on the side that you're going to sweep to, grab the other hand so that whenever you go to flower sweep them, they post that arm and you can shoot the triangle up between that.
Yeah, that's... You gonna visualize that?
All right, I'm visualizing it right now.
All right.
I'm getting better already at it.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't get it. Like, and then what? Just keep doing it?
Visualize it so that you can execute it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you're totally dismissing this visualization.
I'm big time. I don't get it. That's all I'm saying.
So whenever I was mountain biking, right, there would be inevitably a technical climb or something that you would do on a regular basis that would be super challenging and maybe not even able to conquer. So I would visualize that very route and see what my entry would be, my middle would be, and my end would be to that. And when I needed to apply, needed to apply the power.
Do you do that on a track?
On a track? No, it's on a trail.
How do you know what it's going to be?
Mountain biking.
How do you know what it's going to be? Do you remember?
Whenever you ride, like you always have, there's always like certain crux moves and certain really difficult spots to some of the more difficult trails, like that you can remember, like you can really visualize. You've probably got video of the spot, where you've done it.
What do you mean you couldn't do it? Like you stop and turn around?
No, you just couldn't make it up it without putting your feet down. Without
getting
through it clean.
Okay. I don't understand how mountain biking works. It sounded like you were like, all right, well, I got to turn around.
No.
Yes, that's what sounded really weird to me.
That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
I didn't understand what you mean. You can't make it up it. Now I get it.
Not at all. How it is. Yeah.
I didn't do mountain biking.
Obviously, Phil. That's obvious. But that visualization, helps. And think of it in another context too. Did you see the movie Free Solo with Alex Honnold?
It's like 5 minutes and I was like, I'm not in it.
Really?
Yeah. I heard it was really good. I tried it and I just couldn't get into it. And
it was incredible. You got to go back to that.
I've heard that. I don't think I gave it enough of a chance.
But that's 90% of his training is the visualization of his routes.
He climbs the mountains, right?
Yeah. Rock climber. Yeah. Yeah. He did the Dawn Wall without any ropes.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying. I'm scared of heights. I was watching that. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
But every move, he would visualize thousands of times before he would do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I just feel like you still haven't got this visualization thing.
I feel like we've covered how I ram my head through the wall, and that's how I learn. I don't do any visualizing. It's just because I hit my head so much running into the wall. Mm-hmm. I think I can't visualize well.
I think you can. I just think that
I think I don't realize I'm doing it. Yes. So the other night, well, that's not visualizing. I just asked the question. So the other night we were talking about it before. I was trying to work on a north-south choke setup, and I did it to 3 different people, and all 3 people reacted the same way. So I was like, hey, man, how come when I do this, you want to push my armpit away and sit up? What am I doing? And he was like, oh, you're leaving your arm lazy and you're not pinching with your knee.
That's not visualization, Phil.
But like, so if I didn't ask the question and I went home and I just thought about it,
Yeah.
that seems way harder. What if I didn't come up with the answer? I don't understand visualization.
So now that you know the answer, visualize yourself doing it right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe that's why I can't apply any of the answers that I know.
Right.
Okay. That's the missing part. Now we're figuring it out. I get the answer and then I just don't visualize it. That's what's been missing this whole time.
God.
Yeah, I got the answer. And then the next step is I go and I immediately forget to do it. And then I think about it later. I'm like, damn, I forgot to do it again. And then that happens less and less frequently
Right.
over the course of months.
Then right after you forget that you did it, and then eventually you get it.
Then I'm a little bit late. Then I'm kind of on time, and then I figure it out later. It's
Right.
a process.
So visualization would help you in that respect.
Okay.
I think we found it. I think we finally found it for you.
I feel like nobody could not understand visualization at this point.
No, there's absolutely no one. They're probably sick of us talking about it too.
Well,
10 minutes on visualization seems ridiculous.
yeah. All right. Well, I can understand it now. How often do you do that?
Often. Very.
With jiu-jitsu?
Yes. Yeah, it's visualized.
When's the
setups.
last time?
I was just thinking earlier about that flower sweep visualization of the triangle setup because
But you've been saying that since origin.
Yeah, I know, but you have to think about it and visualize it, and I've done it once.
Well, you talk like since you've learned it, you were like, I love this.
Yeah, I've done it once.
Yeah. How many times have you tried it?
Like 10 times. Not that many.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Just need to visualize more.
Yeah.
Prepare more.
It's true.
Commit to it more. I think that's my problem is like, I know I'm not going to sweep them, so I'm not super committed to doing the sweep whenever you actually need to be committed to doing a sweep. Like when the one time that I did it, I was super committed to doing the flower sweep, and then it gave me enough room to shoot that triangle.
What do you mean? You're relying on them posting the freehand.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But if I'm not really going for it and holding the wrong hand, or the wrong hand for the flower sweep, and I'm not really going for it, they're not going to post that hard and stay there for as long as I need to. Like they'll just touch and go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And if I really go for that, it also turns my hips to where I'm ready to shoot it, and they hold their hand a little longer.
Okay. You just haven't done it.
Is everybody getting this?
They probably have no idea what move you're talking about, and I do, so it's super clear.
Yeah, I know.
Because I do remember John. I liked it too. I also liked how he just did the regular flower sweep because he just knocked him over. But
yeah,
I don't ever try that one.
Yeah. Yep. So, keeping along the same theme of what to do when there's no class at your academy, Bernardo Faria just ran free?
Yeah, he gave a code out for $77, which is like what all his instructionals cost.
Yeah. Which one did we get?
Foundations.
Yeah, fundamentals.
So I'm excited to check that out. I like him. He's always super pumped in all his videos, and I never really see him teach stuff. I always see him asking the questions.
I really like him.
He always asks really good questions, though. I notice when he's like, oh, I like how he asked that because I didn't notice this or that.
It's because he's probably gotten every question ever known, and he only picks the best ones because he's smart like that.
Yeah.
But I liked his over-under pass whenever he was doing the over-under pass. Mm-hmm. That was a really good one. It was only like a 3-minute instructional or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was really good. And he's really good at that pass. And I'm really bad at it.
Are you?
Getting better. We've been doing the...
I feel like that's the easiest pass.
The over-under?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting easier, it's getting easier. But just doing it, I'm more of an outside nimble passer. So
true. I do forget that sometimes.
Passer. Yeah. Quick. So.
Naturally.
Yeah. But yeah. So you have more time to catch up on your instructionals. Maybe figure out how to digest those a little bit better. Maybe visualize the techniques that they're utilizing. We might have to revisit the leg lock enter the system videos. Yes, no.
I think I need a different one.
What are you going to get? Craig Jones's now?
He's Australian.
He's great to listen to. I love that accent.
Yeah. It's way better.
Lachlan Giles, the 50-50 one. Another one.
I get Ryan Hall. I heard he's
who
I need to be listening to.
Joey likes him.
Yeah. I heard that's probably who I should listen to. I don't know. I probably should just try to figure out the ones I already watched,
Right.
Watch them again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
I find the second time around they say things that they didn't say the first time.
Always.
So.
Always.
Just got to figure out what those things are.
Let's see, what other tutorials? I don't feel like we need to revisit that half guard one from Tom DeBlass just yet.
I did recently.
Did you?
Yeah, like a week ago.
I like that one. That was a really good one.
I just watched the first one.
Yeah.
When he goes over bottom. I'm on the top. I got that.
For sure. Oh yeah.
I get stuck in that one position all day. That's all I need to know. I rewatched his bottom one just because I keep getting stuck in the same
bottom half guard.
I keep getting stuck in different places, and I just hear, he includes new things every time I watch it. So
yeah,
I don't know how he's doing that, but I'd be curious to see if he would do that if it was a physical DVD. But I think it's because it's on the internet that he can go back and change it.
Right.
Through editing software. Because I see different things every time. And I like it because it's only like 45 minutes.
Yes. No, it is good. It is good. I mean, it doesn't have that sweet music that Lucas Lepri's passing video does.
Yeah, that one's good. That one's good.
But it is good.
Yeah.
Also, hey, great time when you're out to really heal up those nagging injuries.
Yeah.
Right?
Because Jeff's old. So.
True.
So he just needs some time to let that pass.
Maybe get another tattoo. Phil, you going to get one?
I might.
It's good. What are you going to get?
I don't know. What do you think?
Call of Duty. Something Call of Duty.
I'll just get a gi tattooed on me.
Good. Yeah. I like it.
Full body.
No, just get your belt tattooed around your waist.
Oh, that's good. Maybe.
What else was canceled? Oh, good fight. The tournament this weekend.
Yeah, it was
you were
supposed
going
to
to
do
do no-gi in.
Yeah. So that got postponed. Wasn't meant to be. Just not a no-gi guy. I don't know.
No, I know.
I was excited for that. But I think it's rescheduled. I think it's the 11th of April. So like 4 weeks away.
That's the week before.
So yeah, it's like 2 days. Yeah.
Ego. Okay. And then IBJJF. Is the Atlanta IBJJF already?
That's May
8th?
10, I believe. And I don't know. Apparently they've canceled some of their stuff. I don't know how far out. I don't know if everybody's just going to cancel everything all at once or if they want to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know how these productions are making it. Like, I mean, these guys rely on, Fight to Win relies on views on Flow Grappling and
Yeah, I mean,
audience participation,
Yeah, I don't know how much they rely on audience, but it would seem not like if they could figure out a way to get a couple people in a room and stream it, there's not a whole lot to watch right now. It'd be a great time to get like the word out about some of the stuff, but I don't know how you do it.
And speaking of that, our Gordon Ryan update, he was recognized in his new hometown where he bought his $1 million house by people who didn't even train. There were some cops that were in the local Wawa market.
Yeah.
And recognized him.
So that's
posted that on Instagram. Mainstream BJJ.
Getting there.
Maybe they were wrestlers.
Speaking of that, we talked about the same Adesanya working with Josh Hanger becoming more mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Worst fight I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yep. There was not much engagement in that fight.
It was awful. All right, so just got that out of the way. And I stayed up till like 2 a.m. to watch it, so I was like double pissed. Don't like being awake at that time.
Yeah, no, it's very rare that you're awake at that time.
But yeah, no, it's cool. He got recognized, and he probably got recognized because he told them who he was, and then asked people to take a picture so he could pretend he got recognized.
That may be the case. I like it either way. I don't care.
But no, it's good. I mean, more people find out about the sport, the better. But yeah, I think if
they can't train it now, but
yeah, they can watch YouTube videos. But no, I don't know how it would go. Those places don't seem to have huge crowds anyway. But like the Submission Underground or whatever, if they can figure out a way to get live events up, there's not much else happening.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Speaking of which, do you think when Craig Jones was sick, he brought it over from Australia?
Probably.
That last Submission Underground? That son of a bitch.
He was crazy. He's like, they talk about Michael Jordan's flu game all the time. Guy was a jerk.
Yeah. Yeah. And, too, with the closure, or the temporary shutdowns that these academies are experiencing, it's important that if you want a place to go back to train, that you support the academy in this decision, because it's, I'm sure that no one takes lightly shutting down training. It's an important thing. Jiu-jitsu is an important thing to a lot of people for not just physical well-being, but mental well-being too. And I'm sure that everyone who has shut down their academy is really had to think about that. And so, if you want an academy to go back to whenever they shut down, don't suspend your membership or, whatever. Just keep supporting and, support them in the ways that they've supported you over the years of training. So, I think that's just something that almost goes without saying, but I've kind of felt like I had to say it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people posting that on Facebook. Pretty much all the people who own schools that I follow on Facebook and stuff have all mentioned it. That's not really something that crossed my mind. And I think after a week or two of everybody pretty much just maybe going to work and only home, I think a lot of people are going to be ready to get out of the house and do stuff after 2 weeks, if that's what it takes. So
yeah,
I don't know. It didn't cross my mind as something people would do, but I think people might be ready to go do something.
And listen,
nothing better to do.
Yeah, and listen, there may be clandestine groups of jujiteros out there that are going to the underground to train, and that's okay. But the solo drills, the instructionals, all that stuff, it's going to make you better, and it's probably long overdue. I mean, address holes in your game. Think about holes in your game whenever you're off. I mean, seek answers to those things.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've beaten instructionals into the ground over the past like 2 months because that's all I've been doing anyway.
Right.
But there's a lot of times, like, the reason I started going deeper and deeper down the Marcelo Garcia rabbit holes every time I watch a video and he does something and I'm like, oh, I could do that. Or that's an easier way of doing something that I was already doing. Like the first one that stood out to me that day when I just popped one on for the first time in like a year that I hadn't watched instructionals was he was defending a hip bump sweep. And I've seen what I would do is get my hips up to defend it. And he's like, oh, well, I go up and then I just like to push block the leg and step over and take the back. Like I did that the next day. Like I never practiced it. I didn't even need to do any visualization. I just went out and did it.
I feel like you did visualize
I did zero
it.
visualization. I visualized Marcelo do it and I was like, oh, I'm already doing the hard part and now I just need to do this easy part next and do something better, And then that was what got me interested in watching it and watching his stuff. I don't know. But if there's a thing that you're interested in or have no idea or never even played with, then just watch something and see what happens. And then in 6 months, when you see it again, it's already there a little bit,
So for me, then this just kind of popped in my head because, I love open guard. I don't know why I've always been drawn to it, but I like playing open guard. And I think that, kind of expanding that. I've done a little bit of spider guard lately, not a whole lot, but just kind of addressing that deficit in that open guard by, and I'm not saying I'm going to be a freaking spider guard player. I'm just saying that learning more about it, I've already learned the defense. Like I've learned the defenses to it. I learned that a long time ago because being stuck in spider guard sucks. You feel like a scarecrow and you don't want to do anything. So it's fairly easy to defend, but to be able to kind of get more of the offense, to understand the position a little better and the sweeps a little better. That's something that I'm going over these next couple of weeks. That's something that I'm going to go down that rabbit hole.
Which one?
The spider guard offense.
No, which movie? DVD.
Oh no. I mean, I'm just going to go on YouTube and put in spider guard. There's so many spider guard players on there.
Gotcha.
I mean, it'll probably be, I don't know. I don't know who the preeminent
Another
spider guard
example
person
of
is.
Jeff doubling down on the fundamentals like he always talks about. I just want to point that out.
We've got the fundamentals DVD from
And you
Bernardo.
just addressed how you're not going to watch it.
I probably am going to. I think that's part of the fundamentals of spider guard. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if it is.
Pretty sure it is.
Okay. It's fine.
It was in. Okay, I'll tell you this.
I'm not saying it's bad.
I'll tell you this.
I'm just saying it's curious how you're always addressing doubling down on the fundamentals.
I didn't even say doubling down on the fundamentals this episode.
That's true. You did not.
You brought it up. And by the way, whenever I was down visiting Russell, who by the way now has a broken metatarsal,
What does that mean?
is broken foot.
Okay. From
Atlanta.
mountain biking?
No, from jiu-jitsu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, you can actually still mountain bike because they're hard shoes, so it's the middle one. It's fine. But whenever I was down there and took the class, it was the fundamentals class, and they went over a spider guard, getting in spider guard and sweeping. So
That's just interesting. I don't know. I picture fundamentals as like the necessary things. It just doesn't seem necessary.
it's fundamentally necessary,
Okay.
apparently, in their program.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's that. Once again, doubling down on the fundamentals.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that counts one bit. But I just, not saying there's anything wrong with it, but you mentioned.
I mean, I feel like you're saying there's something wrong with it.
No, nothing wrong with it. You love doubling down on the fundamentals. and that, it's okay.
Yeah.
People can decide.
Yep. So Phil, other than leg locks, because I think that's something that I think you finally developed an interest in it.
It's not an interest. It's
not?
No.
What is it?
I'm losing because of it.
Oh.
It has nothing to do with interest. I'm being forced to figure it out.
Even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. No, my foot is getting away, and then people get the leg in the ashi salami, and I can't get out.
So let me ask you a question. So whenever I was doing the foot locks, leg locks to you all the time before, you didn't care?
No.
I don't get it.
We've been over this. You're supposed to win.
Such bullshit.
Yeah. It's just the way it goes. You're supposed to win. And you're doing something. What you're talking also about like a year ago, right? Because you've kind of completely stopped doing that altogether.
I still do a lot of leg locks.
You don't do them to me.
Sometimes.
No. Outside when we like went over the leg lock stuff for the 2 weeks before we gave up on that completely, we never did.
That shit's all about to change then.
Yeah. So you would do it when I had like zero experience with it. So it was kind of just like, I would just sit there and whatever. To me, I don't know. To me, there was, at that point, there's so much other things that seem more important to learn first that, you know, I can't do everything. So I'm not even going to focus on that at this point. And that was my mindset at the time. And if I could choose, it still would be, because I don't really have any interest in it, but kind of being forced to figure it out. Not to say once I do figure some of the stuff out that I won't really like it and regret what I did, but that's where I'm at.
100% you will regret it and like it.
Yeah. No, we'll see.
No.
I mean, it'll probably be the case, as with most things when you figure stuff out, that it works and that it's fun. I just haven't been doing that. There's a limit as to what I can retain in here. I can only visualize so much. That just hasn't been on the list. But yeah, no, you did it again the other night. I don't remember what it was. I think it was right after that thing I was talking about where you pushed me away and it kind of ended up in a scramble situation. And then you retook the ashi position and used it to sweep down, and then you had control over the leg again. So I made the comment to you, I was like, back in the leg lock position. Like, you know, I just need to figure out how to fight that in a scramble versus always reacting to trying to defend it. I'm super late on that every time. I don't even see it happening until it's late. And then a lot of times when I'm trying to pass standing, through the kind of back and forth after however long, I don't know, but after a while, my foot will all of a sudden be up by somebody's waist, and then it's gone again, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's pushing me in to figure out those positions. So more than the leg lock, figuring out how to defend the position in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I'm not going to care how to really finish a heel hook good. Like I don't really care.
It's pretty easy
right now. Yeah. But I just want to figure out how to defend and keep my feet away from people and get them back and just recognize it earlier. Because there's a lot of things I can see coming. Can't always do anything about it, but you see it coming. And with those, I don't. So kind of just realizing how far behind I am on that. So I feel like I'm kind of forced to look at it again.
You know, when I've been doing it lately too, it's been leading into that deep half guard position, which I'm really starting to like now, you know, because that leg lock position kind of gets you into that naturally a lot of times. And that's probably something I'm going to explore a little bit over the next couple of weeks as well. A little deep half.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Glover has a good DVD on that. Deep half.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that.
Okay.
What's the difference between that and X guard?
What do you mean? An X guard.
X guard and deep half.
It's it's the same position.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, deep half is whenever their ankle's up by your shoulder, right? And you've got that X guard in. So it's not single leg X, not the Ashi Slami, Ashi Grami, not single leg X, but both feet in on opposite sides of the thigh, and then their ankle up by your shoulder.
Yeah.
So Philly, hopefully we've given the audience some ideas of what to do whenever, for their solo training, for their time off of jiu-jitsu.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was really good. Maybe you could learn Portuguese.
I was channeling my inner Dean Lister there.
Yeah. You might learn Portuguese now.
It's next 2 weeks. Yep. That's what I should do.
Yeah. Get that app. What was the app? Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
I got it. I downloaded it.
Did you? Nah.
I've got so many apps on my phone. It's not even
I thought you were just going to go to the other one, Japanese, so you could talk about like Oshiro Senkaku and stuff. It's the reverse triangle. Things I know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have, I always talk about like what we're doing in class. It's tough to talk about it when there's no class.
Well, I mean, we could talk about video games. I mean, I'm heavy on the Destiny right now. You're heavy on the COD right now. A little battle royale.
Yeah. I have spent a lot of time playing that inside the last couple of days, so probably going to keep doing that. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's not so bad.
Yeah, I mean, prepare for the worst and expect the best. I mean, that's all we can do, and just try to get better by any means possible. Whether it's visualization, whether it's additional work on your fundamental movements that everybody needs. I mean, everybody needs that. Improve your side shrimping
and your upas.
And your upa for sure. 100% trap and roll will work on that. But Philly, tell the folks out there how to support us if they choose to do so.
Share the podcast. You subscribe on YouTube. BJJ. Yeah, I said that. It came out perfect. What was the other one? The website, BJJCampaignPodcast.com, and buy a rash guard. Because those are the best.
They're the best. And still spots left for May 1st through 3rd on the Role Model All Women's Camp. Use the code BJJ Campaign for 10% off. Going to be a great one for all you ladies out there that want to train with people of your age, your size. It's going to be everyone. They're going to have a bunch of people there, a bunch of great black belts teaching and training, and so I hope everybody's looking forward to that. Phil and I will actually be taking a trip up to Indiana, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu here next month. Next month to do the Ego tournament up there, and so we're really looking forward to visiting James and AJ Klingerman. And if you're not out there doing something each and every day to get better, get out there and do it. Phil and I choose Jiu-Jitsu. We hope you do too.
I'm about to feed them to the sharks right now. Get them hype right now. Yeah. You know the ground is up. Yeah. Everybody that trains, you know the game. Yeah. So let's get it. Slap it up, bump it, and roll. Hey. Yeah, that's the way that it goes. Ain't no better way to better yourself in this game. You're feeling the growth. That's time on the mat. We put in the work. Believe it ain't easy, I know. But we train for the love of the game, the love of the art. Now slap it up, bump it, let's roll.